Very good morning, students. Welcome to the history session, children. So today we are starting with the chapter the changing cultural traditions. This chapter is an important theme in the history section, and it starts with the meaning of renaissance. This word renaissance was first used by philosopher Jacob Burckhardt, and he meant to say that period between the cultural changes which were taking place in Europe and in rest of the world between 13th to or 14th to 17th century period is known as the period of Renaissance. Means people were started developing new critical thoughts, and this became possible due to the invention of press. More reading material was available, and people were not accepting whatever was being told to them as earlier in the feudalism. Feudalism was also coming to the end in England and European rest of the Europe, and the new cities were being developed. The cities like we understand the Italian cities, they got revived during this period. The Florence, the Rome, Venice, all these cities were revived during this time. So we need to understand what is the Renaissance. After that, we start what were the causes of Renaissance. So children, causes mainly are we see a close connectivity between the East and the West. East means I'm talking about the Arabian Peninsula, the Mongols, the Mughal, the Islamic rulers, the Turks who dominated the Arabian Peninsula. And 1453 they captured Constantinople, which was an important center of the trade route to the Asian Peninsula. And Byzantine Empire started strengthening in the East Europe, and further east the rise of Islam added to the strength of the entire Islamic community came under one umbrella, ruled by the caliphs. So this was an important change taking place in the cultural development, as well as the trading relations between the East and the West. Now the Mongols, they started reaching to the Europe through the Mediterranean Sea, and you see the Italian peninsula, its location to the south central of the Mediterranean Sea, makes this peninsula very important. Maybe Italy was a fragmented unit divided in different states, but this is what added to the benefit of Italy. And many cities, as I said, Florence, Rome, Venice, etc., they got revived during this period because they were the important trading seaport through which commodities, goods and people could reach to Europe from either from Arabia and rest of the world. Then, as I said, fall of Constantinople. As Constantinople came in the hands of the Arabian Turks, the Europeans had to pay heavy taxes to these Arabian traders for using the land routes, so which was proving very costly for them. Second is decline of feudalism. Feudalism was declining very fast, and new thought of governance, administration was coming to the existence. New countries were getting unified, as we see during this period. Italy got unified, Germany got unified, and even Britain was turned into the United Kingdom of Great Britain. These three countries came into existence after the consolidation of the different fragmented region of the territories. So all these things were happening, and the rise of new towns and trade. Further, we see the rise of nations. Rise of nations. If you remember the class 10th chapter, Rise of Nationalism in Europe, there you will see how the revolutionary, romantic imaginations, artists, the liberals, how they actually added or they led a revolutions in entire Europe, consolidating or founding new towns or the countries. So this is what we need to understand initially: the revival of cities and new notion of citizenship. So the modern citizen was being developed during this period. And with the end of feudalism, children, these major cities like Rome, Italy, Florence, Venice, etc., they were governed by the new set of administrators, because feudal lords were not there now. Now the traders, merchants, they started ruling these or governing these cities. After that, we see the next topic, effects of the Renaissance. And we need to understand here the new thought of understanding, new thought of educational thought, we can say, new thought of understanding, new subjects were coming to existence during this period, because the historians, the philosophers, they emphasize that if we need to understand our, or if we have to maintain our culture in a proper manner, then we need to go back to the history. We need to understand the ancient Roman literature properly. Then we need to understand the other subjects which were very important, like subject of law, which was becoming very important those days. So subjects like grammar, poetry, history, moral philosophy, these all subjects were becoming very important day by day. So new universities were also coming up into the existence, teaching these new thoughts of humanistic ideas, or we call it humanism. And that is how the humanistic or humanity as an art of education became very popular during this period. So, and always just remember one thing, new universities like Padua, like this Balgana, etc. were set up, and they became the new institutions for releasing new thoughts of understanding, making new citizens who were independent. Those citizens were skilled. They were not orthodox actually people or having just limited ideas. The new man which was defined during this period of Renaissance, this new citizen was full of new ideas, was absolutely free from all the clutches, free for his expression, free to think, free to follow his own idea, and free to invent, which was very important. Do not accept as things are being told to you. So today I have started this chapter, and I have uploaded one document also. There are 2 questions you will be writing from this. Notes are given there, and easily you will be getting answers from those notes. So write those 2 answers in your history notebook. That's it for the day. We will continue further in the next class. Have a good day.